So what does a royal knight consist of? Tonight's story is all about royal knights. Hope you're ready for this episode. Let's go! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This episode is an episode tributed and contributed to my heritage and some of your heritage as well. This particular episode has to deal with royal knights and the royal family. Who were the royal knights? Who are the royal knights? Who is the royal family? You see, for thousands of years, the royal family ruled, my family ruled 15 countries, including England and France, Norway, Ireland, Germany, Russia, Italy. All of those countries, my family ruled and reigned. They controlled each one of those countries. And the power that they manifested, and the power that they brought forth was only brought by the king, and the knights, and the lords, and the dukes, and the barons, and each and every one of you. You are here at this table tonight with one of the knights. That's right. You are with one of the knights. The Knights of the Garter. Who is an official knight of the Garter in this room? Can anyone speak? Can you speak, sir? Can you? None of you can speak. Do you know why? Because you are not knights of the Royal Garter. You are not royal knights. You were not appointed by the king. You were not appointed by the queen. Or anyone else, for that matter. I am a royal knight, a royal king as well, a royal prince, a royal duke, a royal lord, a royal baron. I hold every single royal title on the planet. I am His Majesty. For whosoever shall doubt that I am His Majesty shall be punished accordingly. For my grandfather King Rollo and my grandfathers, the Plantagenets, the House of Wessex, the House of Plantagenet, the House of de Clifford, are all my families. Those are all my castles, all my properties. The House of Tudor even belongs to me. Now, whence I say I am king, I do dearly mean that I am king. I do dearly mean that I am king. I'm also a royal knight. So it's always fascinating when you see the knights portrayed on TV, or you see the kings portrayed on TV, or the queens portrayed on TV. They're actually portraying my family. I'm not joking you. You see, Queen Elizabeth is underneath me. She is my great-granddaughter. Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince Harry, they're all my great-grandchildren. I am the real deal. I'm above them. When you see all these characters on TV, they're not accurate. They're trying to portray me and my family, which they are not portraying me and my family at all. They're portraying their own imaginary, delusional, what they think is me and my family. They have no idea because they never talk to me. If they had ever talked to me, they would know what the real thing is. You see, you're seeing the Hollywood version of the Royal Knights. You're seeing the Hollywood fantasy, delusional version of my family. It's not what my family was like at all. I'll tell you what my family was like, only in the paid version. You see, my family has been martyred and made fun of, and they have been ridiculing my family and making light of them and saying, oh, we are this royal person, and we are this royal person, and we are this royal nobility, and we are this royal nobility. No, you're not. No, you are not. There's only one true royal family left. And how is that impossible? You see, 1000 to 1600 AD, my family ruled countries. Even before, well before that. But in 1600, around 1600 AD, a part of my family decided to break off. They had enough of the palaces and the castles and the mansions. A part of my family decided to set off on a new adventure to the United States, to America. So they left the royal family palaces and castles and mansions and came to America. That branch of my family that left the royal palaces came straight here and has stayed pure ever since. You didn't know this because we didn't tell you. That is my family. We have been here. We have been in the United States. And the highest ranking royal family member, you already know. So when they portray the knights, they have no idea what they're portraying. They may come close, maybe not. They have no idea what they're portraying. But a real knight, a real royal knight, cannot be bought, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what position you hold. A royal knight will not be bought, will not be sold out, whether his life is on the line or not. He will not bow, he will not break, and he will not take a payoff. No matter what position you have. Thousands of years ago, the royal families needed protection because their job was to rule countries. Their job was to lead countries. Their job was to protect people. See, everybody had a separate job. Everybody has a specific job. Everybody has a specific duty. Some people wash dishes. Some people clean the houses. Some people do the clothes. Some people fix cars. Some people fix this. Some people fix that. Some people are builders. Some people are construction workers. Some people are thinkers, and some people are managers, and some people are rulers, and some people are kings, and some people are queens. That's just how it works. Okay, everybody is good at something. My family was good at ruling countries. My family was good at being a royal knight. I'm not joking you. I have several royal knights of the garter in my family. In fact, my last great-grandfather was king of Man, and he was a royal knight of the garter. He was a royal knight appointed. Or also the titular Lord of Ireland. And before that was King Henry I, II, and III on the Plantagenet side. Then we have King Rollo, the king of the Vikings, as well as William the Conqueror and several others on my King Rollo de Clifford Plantagenet side. You guys love the idea of royalty. You love the idea of Vikings, and you love the idea of nobility, and you love the idea of barons and dukes and lords and kings and queens, right? I'm the real deal. I'm not joking you. I am really not joking you. If I was joking, I wish I was joking you, but I'm not. I am the real deal. I'm a real royal knight's great-grandson. I'm also a real royal king's grandson. In fact, several kings' great-grandsons and several queens' great-grandsons. This is all not a surprise, but to anybody, because you've seen my royal chart. But tonight we're talking about royal knights and, the designation of how they became to be. So the designation became because they were good at protecting, they were good at swordsmanship, they were good at athletics, they were good at fighting, they were good with switching the swords and swallowing the swords, or they were good at swishing swords, and they were good at protecting things with them, and they were good at swinging, and they were good at like golfing or baseball bats and that sort of thing. They were good at those sort of things, especially with the sword, especially with their hands. They were very skilled, and they were very large. Some were very large, and some were very small. Like Bruce Lee. I'm not kidding you. Some of the royal knights were very small, and some of them were very large. They were all very good with swords, and they were all very good with their hands. Obviously, some were going to be better than others. My family happened to be the top, the best of the best, and as well as the best of the best in the kings and queen realm.
Finish him!
Do I know how to use a sword? Absolutely, yes I do. Do I know how to fight? Yes I do. Absolutely, yes I do. Do I know how to protect the kings and the queens? Absolutely, yes I do. Do I know how to hold the services? I also know how to hold all the services, carry out all the duties of the royal kings and queens, royal knights. And I also know how to hold the royal services, carry out the royal services. If you wanted to see a real royal knight in action, I'm probably about as close as you can get. So I hope that you guys enjoy tonight's episode, because although these are just short little clip episodes, because I do have the paid subscription for the full episode. These are just the sample episodes. But if you guys are interested in seeing the full episodes, I do have paid versions where you can watch my channel, and I can send you the link. The royal family knights were really not a joke. Some people said, "Oh well, the royal knights of the Garter, they started the Knights of the Round Table, or they started this knighthood or that knighthood." The only royal family, there was only one organization that the Royal Knights had actually started, and they did it on their own, and that was a particular group, which I'm not going to name because I don't sponsor them and I don't support them, and I'm not against them, but I don't support them either. They're a particular knight organization, and they still exist today to some level. And The reason that they started was they were royal knights of my great-grandparents. They were not my family, but they were my great-grandchildren. They were my great-grandchildren. They were also my cousins on one side. One side of the family, they're grandchildren. One side of the family, they were cousins. They were not approved. They had started out being royal knights of the Garter, a couple of them, and they started doing charity work and good things for the public. And they started helping people. But my great-grandfather never gave them what's called a royal warrant, or a royal warrant, or a royal seal of approval. You see, when somebody starts something and does something, we observe, we watch. We don't get in the way, we don't interfere, we just observe and we watch. And we pay attention to what the people are doing. If they are qualified in what they're doing, and if they do the right thing, at that point, we give them what's called a royal warrant, or a royal seal. True story.